name is Nike Sonya, popularly known as Hey Nike on Instagram. I'm a travel and lifestyle creator. I share my stories on the internet to showcase the beauty of God's green earth. I also try to inspire people to explore. I started exploring Nigeria in 2019, and so far I've explored all the 36 states in Nigeria, plus the Federal Capital Territory. I've also explored 8 other African countries. So my goal is to see as much of the world as I can and share it with the world too. So back in 2020, I had a 9 to 7, but I quit because all I wanted to do was just explore the world. At that time, I had explored Olumo Rock, and I knew that I wanted to see more. So I quit my job, and I'd already set aside some money for me to just travel. And I was like, okay, whenever that money finishes, we figure out the next move. So during that period, I started exploring, I started seeing more. The more I traveled, the more I knew that I wanted to keep traveling. And I also realized how ignorant many Nigerians were. People assumed that we did not have tourist attractions, we did not have beauty, there was nothing to see. People also assumed that you needed a lot of money for you to explore. So as I was exploring, I was discovering that people did not know, Nigerians do not know much about Nigeria. So I started documenting, started sharing my experiences, and along the way, that's what people now call content creation. So it wasn't content creation for me. I was just sharing what I was seeing. I was just showcasing, trying to debunk all these negative stereotypes that surround Nigeria. Everybody thinks travel, they think Maldives, they think Seychelles. They do not think there are places in Nigeria for them to explore. So when I started sharing that, I realized that people were enjoying my content, or they were enjoying it. It started from mobile photography. Then, when reels came out, I started doing reels. And along the way, I saw that, people were interested in my content. Also, brands started to key into what I was doing, and that was how I never looked back. So that's how I found my niche. I wouldn't say I found my niche. Travel was what I wanted to do, and then content creation just came by the side. So it's hard to pick one favorite state, but I'll say my favorite region is northern Nigeria, and if I was to pick one, I would pick Yobe State, and that's because of the majestic sand dunes that are in Yusufari. So they are so gorgeous. They are like a part of the Sahara here in Nigeria, and I feel like everybody should see it at least once in a lifetime. Thank you so much. That's the highlight of my year so far. It feels like I've escaped the clutches of Lagos house hunting. It was very, very intense, and I'm so grateful that I eventually got an apartment. So I mentally started hunting, and virtually I was checking online from January. But I had already set aside some money for the rent. But I was busy traveling and exploring first quarter of the year. So I only physically started checking for the houses in April. Then in my head, I thought that money was going to be enough. But unfortunately, due to the state of housing in Lagos right now, it wasn't even close to being enough. It was about 6 months I used checking for houses, going from one place to another, using multiple agents. I'd set aside tops 1.5 2 million to get a decent mini flat, but apparently the things I was seeing was not equating that money. So I had to then I started looking for maybe I could share a 2-bed with someone. That one too did not work out eventually, because sharing with someone is also another ball game. Eventually I spent money on transport fare, I spent money on multiple agents. I used multiple agents in different locations. I also had to pay for their logistics. I also had to pay viewing fee. I also had to pay for the form, for houses you don't know you are going to get. So there are also different challenges. Apart from financially, there was the challenge of profiling. I don't have a 9 to 5, so you probably who's my employer, what's my source of income, all of those questions. Also being a girl, everybody wants a married couple or a man or something. So yeah, all of those challenges I had to at least triple my budget for me to get an apartment that really suited what I wanted. And yeah, I'm glad that I eventually went for it. So my top 3 goals for 2025 was, the first one was explore at least 3 countries outside Nigeria, and thankfully I did 4 countries like in the first quarter. Then the second goal was to have an apartment before the end of the year, which just happened, yay. And then the third goal was to be able to make enough money to hire help and have a team, which I also have hit that goal. So thankfully 2025 was great. We all know how important money is in our daily lives, especially like with this rising rates of cost of living, the economy right now. So like money is a huge factor. But the issue now is that people just assume that, okay, they want this certain amount of money. They just see the end goal. They don't realize that little drops of water makes a mighty ocean, right? So instead of thinking, oh, I need this huge amount of money, break it into like an achievable goal. Like, for me to get that amount of money, how much do I need on like a monthly basis for me to get that amount? So yeah, people always feel like traveling is far-fetched, right? Oh, you travel to this, it's so huge. To me, it's not huge because I properly plan for it. So the first thing I'm thinking of when I'm making any money, any income, the first thing I'm setting aside is money for my travel. Like, that's the first thing. So I know that I'm not making the 100% of my income, like whatever percentage I'm bringing out, that's the first step, and then whatever I have left is what I'm spending. So yeah, money is super important, and I'll advise you, the first thing is, if it really matters to you, please set a plan for it. Please, make sure that you set achievable goals for you to make that plan work. The first thing I always tell people that want to achieve goals is for them to have actionable steps, right? I am very big on setting aside money for things. So a feature like Target Yield is like perfect for that. You get to have like a view of what you want. You've set it in motion. I want this time next year, this is what I want, and then you are working towards it. You're not just saying it, you're working towards it every month, every week, however you want to do it, you're working towards it. Second thing is, it helps with discipline. You leave that money, you forget that that money is there. Like, when I set money aside, I totally forget that it's there. So any new money that is coming, I'm setting it aside first and then leaving off the rest that I have. And the icing on the cake is that with Target Yield, you get to earn 15% per annum when you hit your target. Right now, I've already set my goals for 2026. The first on my list is getting a car. Second would be to visit minimum of 5 countries this time. And then finally, I would like to have other businesses so I can have more streams of income aside content creation and influencing. So 2026, I'm definitely doing it with Target Yield. I'm grateful for how 2025 turned out, and I feel like what really made me hit my goals was because I already set plans and I put it in motion. So I'm going to be setting those plans, and then I'm going to be setting aside money so that I can hit the target. And I think the icing on the cake now is that I'm going to be more gingered to do it because I am going to be getting 15% per annum once I hit my target. I feel great. I'm super excited for 2026. I like that it was easy to set up. The interface is quite, easy to understand. I also like the fact that there's the auto deduct feature, so I don't have to always remember the day that I chose to set that target. So as long as there's money in my wallet, it takes away the stress for me, and I can be sleeping and then my money is growing. So yeah, I liked it. My advice for you is, first of all, take away that huge block in your head that says, oh, it has to be grand, right? Start from the means, what you can afford right now, start with that. You don't have to leave the continent before you can say you travel. You can travel within your states, within your country, within your vicinity. So start small, make use of whatever it is that you have currently, and also, be smart about your planning. If it's important to you, you make plans, you set aside money and say, okay, at least this year I want to achieve this one thing, or this two trips, one trip, whatever it is. Even if you just start from something, and then as long as you set aside money for it, I think you're good to go. So yeah, that's my advice.